Okay, everyone, so I got a better angle so you can see a little bit better. So you see that I'm shaping it pretty much just the way I want. And so thickness is another thing you want to consider. Do you want it thin? Do you want it thicker? Are you gonna, now you can add fabric to this, and that's what we're going to do. But when you do that, it does make it, you know, another layer. And this, when you add the fabric, it will very quickly be like a quilted piece. You won't need 3 layers to make it quilted because the wool all by itself is kind of thick. So, I mean, even if you make it a thin layer, it's still thicker than the fabric, right? Just because the strands are thicker than the cotton fibers. You see that? Now the other thing you're looking for are these really, if there's really big spaces. Oh, and there aren't any really. But here it's over a little thin, it's a little thin here. You want to look for those really thin spaces where maybe you have missed it, and you can do something like this, a little technique, super simple, where you're just taking your needle and just kind of combing almost some of the fibers over, because there's kind of like a little ridge there, so I'm just combing them out, and then I'm going to needle felt them in to where that space is just a little empty. And I may need to take another little patch and put it there. Now I'm just kind of testing this for a moment because you see how nice the other side is, but you can see the space is there. So, but this is the idea. Now I think what I want to do is I can either fold it just like this and needle felt it just on the edges, but before I do that, I'll be adding my decor of fabric, and that's what we're going to do in the next video. And so for this one, what I wanted to do was emphasize that we are covering, and this is how I'm doing it, a little bit combing, because I have what do you want to say, like little bulky areas here, so I'm just kind of combing out the surface a tiny bit and doing that. And so I can either fold it like this. If it's too long, I can cut it. And so yeah, so the next video, before we fold, we're going to add some fabric.